Okay, so I've got two supers here. I had to go to the bee supply place. Wax moths have got in these. And eating the wax off of them. There's some dead wax moths. There's a dead wax moth, but it's eating the wax. These used to be combed out completely. So we're gonna go through this, and I went to the bee place, got some new wax. We're gonna be putting that on there. Let me pop one of these out real quick. Okay, so I've got about half the trays out. They used to all be nicely combed like this, of course, without the wax moth larvae and cocoons in it. But I'm gonna rip all this off because I got new wax to go on there. But this is what the inner ones look like. There's just nothing on the frames. The wax moths ate it all. I gotta scrape all this stuff out, put new wax on, and then I need to take the hive apart. And I've got the box of swarmed bees. Gotta do something with them. If my hive is okay and I was wrong that those are the bees that swarmed, then I'm gonna start another hive. Okay, so here I am at work, still working on putting wax on. I had to go to the hardware store and actually get some nails to make this easier. What I do, I'm restringing these. And take a nail. Go a little bit down. Take this. Go around a couple times. Nail it in. Boom. Nice tight. Pull this tight. Actually gonna cut this off, leave quite a bit there. And then just the same thing. Little nail. And if you find you have nails that don't have a good head on them, what you can do is push them over, knock them flat. Doesn't have to be pretty. Animals are pretty forgiving. The bees aren't going to care. Alright. So we've got the wire strung there. We're going to take our wax. Actually, I have to remove this piece right here. And I got to be careful. It's a small piece. I don't want to break it. So I kind of find where the nails are and I get close to them. Nail right here. Just gonna work on popping it up. It can break at the end there as well, so we've got to be careful of the ends. There's another nail down here. Right there. Kind of went sideways. Pull out all this trash in here. I'll clean it up a little bit. Had some dead worms in there. Actually, these wax moths have kind of burrowed into this wood. I don't know if you can see that there, but there's a little burrow there. Oops, dumped all the nails out. That happens. Okay. Dump this in the trash. Got to keep it clean. You're putting clean wax in there. Take a sheet of wax. It's got these little metal tabs come out this way. That's going to go underneath this. Now you can do this two ways. Kind of work it up in this groove here, and then you can just fold this down, not worry about it. I want to cut it. So what I'll do is I'll just bring it out like that. If you got some good scissors, these are not good scissors, I like to take my knife and I'll score it. Score it just all the way down this wood. Doesn't have to be perfect. Got that score there and the scissors. If I can use these wire cutters probably. I don't want to get them all waxy. Just cut right up, and then scissors are for cutting the wire. But you kind of want to leave some wire, because the wire goes underneath this board. So I actually messed those two up. Cut it, leave a little bit of wire there. Okay. Forget the scissors. Go to the wire cutters. Leave a little wire. Cut a little off. And when you do this at work, you got the added benefit of making a big mess on your desk. It's great. Now, this is still good wax. We can render it down. Render, melt, whatever you want to call it, and still use it. Just cut them, leave about 1/4 of an inch there. Make sure none of these metal pieces are on here. Work it up into that groove. Just a little bit. I'm off just a little bit, it's okay. Push these down in here. I like to use this to do that sometimes. It keeps the metal in contact with the wax. Push it down. Gets a nice bend there with the metal. Alright, now we return our little board. I'd like to try to put it in the same holes it was already in. Take my little hammer, pull it out of the jig, put it up like this. Hammer, 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 hammer. Make sure it's all down flat. Piece of metal there. Now we flip it over. And the wires we just made, make sure it's in the jig real nice. The wires that we just wired this with, we're going to take this, push them right into the wire, or right into the wax. Wire into the wax, embedding it. It'll hold the wax in place on the comb. It's going to be tons of weight on this wax actually. I bet you when I pull these are 10 to 15 pounds. sometimes 20 pounds full of honey and brood. Oh, it's nice and in there. That's it. That's one. I gotta do 10.